Fear. It's the one emotion that can make ordinary people give up their freedom, obey orders without question, and even turn against their own neighbors. Politicians know it, leaders know it, and history proves it again and again. In the complex chessboard of global politics, fear is not just an accident, it's a weapon. It's calculated, sharpened, and aimed straight at the human mind. And here's the truth. In today's world, where information travels faster than ever, fear has become the most powerful tool for political control. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly how governments, leaders, and entire systems use fear to manipulate the masses, gain power, and shape the world order without ever having to fire a single shot. The psychology of fear in politics. Fear is one of the most primal human emotions. It's built into us for survival. When we sense danger, real or perceived, our brain goes into fight or flight mode. But in politics, leaders don't just rely on natural dangers. They manufacture them. Think about it. If you want people to follow you without question, you don't need to inspire them with love. You need to convince them that without you, something terrible will happen. The threat could be anything: war, terrorism, economic collapse, disease, or even cultural destruction. This is the heart of fear-based politics. It's not always about solving real problems, but about controlling how people feel about it. And here's where it gets dark. Once fear is installed in the public mind, it can override logic. People stop questioning, they stop resisting, they become willing to accept new laws, new restrictions, and even the erosion of freedoms, as long as they believe it will keep them safe. Historical precedents of fear, manipulation. History is a museum of fear-based political strategies. Take the Cold War, for example. For decades, the United States and the Soviet Union kept their populations in a state of constant alert. Nuclear annihilation was presented as an ever-present threat, and citizens were told that only their government could protect them. In Nazi Germany, fear was weaponized to unite people against a common enemy. The regime convinced millions that their nation was under existential threat from certain ethnic and political groups. Fear didn't just justify extreme measures, it made them seem necessary. The same tactic has appeared in different forms. In medieval Europe, fear of heresy and damnation gave religious leaders immense control. In colonial times, fear of rebellion kept oppressed populations divided and submissive. During times of pandemic, fear of disease has been used to control movement, speech, and even thought. The methods change, but the psychological mechanism is the same, often against someone or something convenient for those in power.
She's shocked that I picked her.
No.
It's like in a state of shock.
Fear in modern political narratives. Fast forward to today, and fear is everywhere in modern politics. But unlike the past, it's amplified by the speed and reach of digital media. Terrorism, for example, has become a recurring theme in fear-based politics. Even in nations with low actual threat levels, leaders highlight terrorist dangers to justify surveillance programs, stricter border controls, and military expansion. Economic fears are another powerful lever. Politicians warn about total financial collapse or job loss due to foreign competitors to push certain trade agreements or protectionist policies. These narratives don't just spark public concern, they mobilize votes. And then there's cultural fear, the idea that your way of life, traditions, or values are under attack. This is often used in debates about immigration, education, and social policy. By framing cultural shifts as existential threats, leaders rally their base, deepen divisions, and maintain control. The frightening thing is that once fear becomes part of a political identity, it's hard to remove. People begin to see the world through a lens of danger and distrust, making them more susceptible to further manipulation. The role of media in amplifying fear. Media is the oxygen that keeps fear burning. Politicians may light the match, but it's the media, both traditional and social, that fans the flames. News outlets know that fear sells. A headline about a rare danger will get more clicks than one about slow, steady progress. Social media algorithms push emotionally charged content, which means fearful stories spread faster and farther than neutral or optimistic ones. Take a political speech warning of an impending crisis. Within hours, it's replayed on TV, dissected by commentators, and clipped into short, viral videos online. Memes spread, rumors swirl, and soon, millions are emotionally invested in the narrative, even if the original claim was exaggerated or misleading. What's worse, media and politics often work hand in hand. Politicians rely on fear-driven headlines to reinforce their messages, while media outlets benefit from from the attention and engagement that fear generates. It's a feedback loop where truth can be secondary to impact. Why fear works better than hope. Humans crave safety more than they crave success. Hope can inspire, but fear forces action. It's urgent. It's immediate. If someone tells you, follow me, and you might achieve greatness, you'll think about it. But if they tell you, follow me, or you and your family might not survive, you'll act right now. This is why fear is the supreme tool in world politics. It taps into a survival instinct that bypasses rational thought. It unites people quickly, directs their focus, and justifies extreme decisions. But the danger is that once fear is in control, it's hard to break free from it. Entire societies can be built around fear-based narratives, leading to long-term division, oppression, and even conflict. And here's the final twist. The more you believe fear is protecting you, the less you realize it's controlling you. That's the ultimate victory for any political power that chooses fear over truth. Fear isn't going anywhere. As long as human beings respond more strongly to threats than to opportunities, politicians will use fear as their sharpest weapon. The challenge for us, as individuals and as societies, is to recognize when fear is being used against us, and to question whether the danger we're told to fear is real or just a tool to keep us in line. The world may never be free of fear-based politics, but awareness is the first step toward resisting it. And in a time where fear can spread faster than facts, thinking critically might just be the most rebellious thing you can do.